When the Minnesota Vikings signed free agent offensive lineman Chris Reed from the Indianapolis Colts, the whole thinking was the pride of Mankato State University Community College coming back, and the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon was going to be a big part of this offensive line. And he is going to be, but I don't think it's going to be in the nature that a lot of Vikings fans were thinking, is that Reed is going to come in and be a starter right away and just be that dude. I think that he is going to be a very important, versatile interior offensive line piece, but maybe he's going to be more Brett Jones than he is going to be Joe Berger. But we did get our hopes up during the offseason. Chris Reed got the majority of first-team right guard snaps at OTAs as well as mandatory minicamp, but things have flipped to a degree as Jesse Davis is getting most of the time with the ones. And so far, Chris Reed has been first-team right guard both in OTAs as well as on Friday practice when Jesse Davis missed the session. He's also been working as a second-team left guard, and also he had a couple of snaps at center during OTAs. So I think the Vikings are preparing for Chris Reed to be that swing backup interior offensive lineman for now. Just for now. So wanted to go on the background of him. 30 years young, 6'3", 314. Like we mentioned, Mankato State University Community College alum. Nailed it. Winona State all the way. Played left tackle for the Mavs. Was teammates with Thielen for 3 years. Was a track and field champion star. Amazing. Him and CJ Ham and Augustana going back and forth in the field drills. Love it, man. He was a UDFA in 2015. Caught on with the Jaguars for 4 seasons. Had a cup of coffee with the Dolphins. And then had a season with the Panthers before he was signed by the Colts in 2021 to be their backup guard. Then he took over for Quinn Nelson when he went down with injury. So played left guard for Nelson, shifted over to right guard once Nelson got healthy, allowed 16 pressures and 0 goose egg D'Angelo Russell sacks on 552 snaps with the Colts. Helped pave the way for JTT. No big deal as well. He has a career, played in 61 career games as well as 29 career starts. Now, most of his regular season experience has been at left or right guard, but here's where the rub comes in. He has played 253 career preseason snaps at center with the Jaguars, Dolphins, and Colts. And he signed a 2-year, $4.5 million deal with the Vikings this offseason. Now, some people make a big deal because it's a 2-year deal, but basically, it's a 1-year deal with the team option because there's no guaranteed money currently in the second year of his deal. $500,000 does become guaranteed on the third day of the new league year in 2023, but as of right now, it's basically just a 1-year deal. So I think that's why the Vikings, as of right meow, are giving Jesse Davis a slight edge because Davis has 72 career starts versus Reed's 29. Also, Davis got a 1-year, $3 million deal with $2.75 million fully guaranteed. So money still does talk to a degree. But, yeah, Chris Reed isn't going anywhere. And like I've said, full-on conspiracy, man. If Garrett Bradbury doesn't step up in training camp and preseason, is Chris Reed going to be that guy? Question mark. Also, is Austin Schlottman going to be in that mix because he's been running with the 2s at center? So I think that the pride at Denver could potentially get in some work as well. But obviously, they do like Chris Reed's versatility. I think that he would be that 6th offensive lineman. I think that the fact that he is stepping in at first-team right guard when Davis wasn't there, and then he's playing primarily left guard with the 2s, as well as he's gotten some work at center. I think they obviously do see his value as a piece, as a guy that you can plug in if and when there is some attrition along the offensive line. Knocking on all the wood, but if someone needs to be replaced, whether it's injury or performance-wise, I think Chris Reed is going to be that guy. And also, he's been a really good teammate about it. Like, you could say, attitude-wise, you could come in as like, hey, I'm returning to Minnesota. Hey, Minnesota has a myriad of offensive line issues. I should be the starter. But he's been good about it in the media, talk about however I can help the team, and I think that could be his role right away until we see a little something. But, of course, padded practices start today, and that's when it really starts to matter in the trenches. Who can step up? Who's going to win these one-on-ones? Who's going to win on 11-on-11? So what's going to happen down in the trenches? So I think as of right now, the Vikings offensive line, I think the competition for right guard and maybe even center to a degree, it's not over. It's not far. It's far from over. So we'll see. Maybe Chris Reed can get back into this derby, but it's clear that they like him, and I think that he's just waiting to show up and show out. Again, once the pads come on, once you get into preseason games, I think 62 could really be 100 for the Vikings offensive line. But that's it. Chris Reed's role with the Vikings in 2022, question mark. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.